Okay, welcome back. So, as you can see right off the bat, I've changed the palette, just like I said I would. And there's a reason for this, which I hope will become clearer later, but I think it just looks a bit better than the one we've previously been using. So what we're going to do first off, if you'll excuse the horrid screechy music, is go and fight Gary for a bit. We'll put Ocean Man in the front, since Stabby will be weak against his Pidgeotto. Yeah, I decided not to change Ocean Man's name after all. Ocean Man doesn't care about gender, neither should I. So while Gary's grieving his Raticate, which we brutally murdered on the SS Anne. Okay, maybe the trainer sprites don't look so great in this, but the overworld looks pretty good. I believe this is the same palette that's used in Pokémon Green, if you play that on a Game Boy Color. If you're Japanese by any chance and you happen to have that game. Yeah, usually I'd wait to fight Gary. I'd go and do Erica's gym first and get the Sylph Scope before coming to Pokemon Tower. Mostly because that Gyarados is a right devil with moves like that. Yeah, Ocean Man's strong. And tearing through Gary's party. Okay, time to let Stabby have some fun. In spite of confusion, but we gained enough levels that it's not a threat anymore. That was easy. Nice. Yep, smell you later, Gary. So let's leave here as well. We can't do anything until we get the Sylph Scope, so not much point in being here. Actually, tell a lie, we can. We can fight the mediums who live here, but anyway, this is what I wanted to show off. Look! The land is green and the water is blue, and red is red. I think it looks great. Is there anyone to fight around here? No, in this one. I know I said I wouldn't do this side of Kanto at all, but I did just want to show that off. And also get another freebie. This place is really morbid and depressing. But we have Swift now, so that's nice. I wonder. Swift is better than Cut, but there aren't any move deleters in this, so I can't really make good use of it. However, I will get rid of Rage for now. Much better, much more accurate. Okay, what I also want to do is just clear my item bag out for a bit, since once we get to Celadon City, I intend to make some purchases. So that'll mean they didn't go to waste. Alright, Stabby in the front. Bicycle. Yay, no more depressing music as we go through here. Lovely. It does have to mean that my controller's even more of a nightmare to use. Fighting this rambling, gambling dude now, who got censored in the remakes to a rambling gaming dude. Because reasons. Would have rather kept Ocean Man for that, but Swift does the job just fine. Well, Quick Attack's still a thing, but at least it's not a fire move. Oh, it survived. Okay. Done. I was never quite sure quite what I was looking at with these guys. Like, more their right, no, their left hand, the hand that is on my right. I'm not sure whether that's like a really baggy, frilly sleeve or a massive hand. Like a hand that's twice the size of his head. Never understood why they wore dressing gowns in the middle of the day either. It's their choice, I suppose. Everything's really easy now. Yeah. Unless any moves are learned while I'm doing this, I might just speed up through these fights as I head to Celadon City. Okay, speed up. I'm sure I've pointed this out before, but I've no idea why in Generation 1 Coughing's sprite is like the wrong way around. Like, the skull and crossbones is meant to be beneath its eyes. Oh well. It's dead now anyway. Agility, huh? Now, I could use this as part of the Generation 1 badge glitch game-breaking shenanigans. But given that Stabby's already overpowered, there's no point. If I ever do decide to do it again, I'll put double team on him or something. Now, normally I wouldn't fight this guy since he's part of the Mew glitch that a lot of people like to use, but yeah, no more catching Pokemon, so fight me IRL, mate. So once again, we cannot pass into Saffron City this way, so we must take the underground tunnel through to Celadon City, buy some drinks, give a drink to the guards, and then we'll be free. But we get this catchy music again, so that's lovely. You might also hear me mashing the A button, since I'm under the impression there are items under here, but I've no earthly idea whereabouts, so it's just pot luck, really. Don't know if it even works to mash A while you're walking. Either way. We've reached Celadon City. Let it never be said that I don't make progress in these episodes. So we'll call it an episode for there now. There's a lot for me to do next time, but for now, that should be enough. So as always, thank you ever so much for watching, and I shall see you on the next episode. Cheerio!